how to build a sales culture in your agency. The next one we want to talk about is coaching. And I find that this is a weakness in many agencies where we have people, all different sales skills, especially if you didn't have a sales culture before. And now we're kind of focusing in on an area to strengthen up in a person. And everybody's different. Many people can say, well, like I'm doing fine right now. This isn't my comfort zone. Why can't I keep just doing this? Because in many agencies, we have quoters, not salespeople. So we're trying to take that caterpillar and transform them into a butterfly. And coaching is really the key to this. Now, coaching takes time from leadership and management, and it's not always everybody's skill set. But I do strongly believe everybody can become better at coaching. The common concern we hear from people in agencies is they show us the numbers, maybe we're not hitting them, but there's no plan. I'm kind of left on my own to say, what do I do differently? But I've been doing the same thing for 10 years. I don't really know. It's good to know. Maybe it makes me a heightened awareness, but I'm unsure of those next steps. And let's be honest, we're all not super self-aware. We all think we ask for the business. We all think we cross-sell. We all think we don't miss quotes. We all think that we don't do some of those things. And that's something that we definitely want to make sure we don't do. So I think it's super critical that we stop for a second and say, how do we coach people? In coaching people means that we sit down and we meet with them, we talk with them, but we set a target. And generally it's one thing. It's not 17 things, and that's where sales gets tricky. It's you need to strengthen up on closing. You need to strengthen up at multi-lining at the point of sale. You need more leads in your pipeline. Let's focus for 90 days on that one topic. And you might meet with them every 2 weeks to kind of get that up and running. And that's a critical component. But if you're not coaching them, people are kind of left out to sea without really a life raft. Now you might be saying, well, they could watch videos or they could go to blogs. They could do all the things I do. If they were all you, then they'd be running agencies. This is your job to filter information to them. It's their job to be open and have a good attitude and be teachable on the information. So if things like video quotes make them cringy, you got to coach that with them. You got to walk them through. Sometimes people just need their hand held. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, who's got time for that? Well, how important is hitting the goal to you? And this is things where maybe you're not the best at it. You need to look at training resources. You need to look at doing it in a group format. There's a million ways to do it, but telling people they're not hitting their targets without a plan is also not very cool. And that's why in order to become a sales culture, and if you weren't one before, this is going to take time. This is not a light switch. You just don't say, we turned on our sales culture today. And so take some time and think through that. And I think you'll be very surprised at what comes out of it. Any questions, let us know. But if you want to be on the track of being a sales culture, you are going to have discussions and conversation and help people understand a little bit more about what's included. We'll see you in our next video. I'm Kelly Donahue-Piro, and I'm the creator of the Agency Performance Pack, which is online training that your team can use. So if you've ever had account managers that happen to service and sell, and you know they could use some sales training, but you want it done at their pace when you have time, this is the online course for you. In our pack, it's $245 a month, and you get sales training, time management, reducing remarketing, renewal review calls, and we add to it every quarter. In fact, our July one's coming up on July 15th that we're going to launch, and it's all on how to cross-sell. And that's all included for your monthly subscription. So what are you waiting for? Get your team the tips and tricks they need to not only save themselves time, but increase your closing ratios, and let your team have a few tools in their tool chest that they can use to be ridiculously amazing at that inbound business. You can check it out by going to agencyperformancepartners.com/shop and look for our Agency Performance Pack. It's all right there and you can buy it online. We hope to welcome you as a new student.